When did you have to choose between two lives? The call came at 3 a.m. My wife Emma was in labor, 3 weeks early, with complications. The hospital was 40 minutes north. 20 minutes into the drive, my phone rang again. My brother Kevin had been in a motorcycle accident. Internal bleeding. Might not make it through surgery. His hospital was an hour south. I pulled over on the highway, hazards blinking, completely paralyzed. My wife needed me for the birth of our first child. My younger brother, who I'd raised after our parents died, was possibly dying. They were in opposite directions, and I had to choose. I called Emma first. She was crying through contractions. The baby's in distress. They might need to do an emergency C-section. Where are you? Kevin's been in an accident. Go, she said immediately. If he's dying, go. My mom's here. Go save your brother. I drove south, sobbing the entire way. Made it to Kevin's hospital as they wheeled him into surgery. The surgeon said it was 50-50. I sat in that waiting room for 4 hours, checking my phone constantly. Emma's text stopped coming. Kevin survived, barely. When he woke up, the first thing he asked was, did I miss the baby? I hadn't told him. Couldn't find the words. My daughter was born while I sat in Kevin's hospital room. Emma's mother sent one photo. Tiny pink face, machines everywhere. The baby had needed immediate NICU care. Emma had hemorrhaged during delivery, needed transfusions. Both critical, but stable. I left Kevin with his girlfriend and drove north, arriving at Emma's hospital 12 hours after our daughter was born. Emma was unconscious. The baby was in an incubator. So small, I was afraid to breathe near her. Emma's mother looked at me with such disappointment. She kept asking for you during labor. Even when she was bleeding, she asked if you were here yet. When Emma woke, she didn't say anything about my absence, just asked about Kevin. I told her he'd survived, and she smiled weakly. Good, you made the right choice. But she didn't believe that. Neither did I. Our daughter, Lily, spent 3 weeks in the NICU. Emma recovered physically, but struggled with postpartum depression intensified by trauma. She'd been alone during the scariest moment of her life. Every time she looked at me, I saw the question, would you choose him over us again? Kevin recovered fully, but carried guilt like a weight. He apologized constantly, offered to explain to Emma. But what could he say? That he wished I'd let him die alone so I could watch my daughter be born? That Emma should understand because he's also family? 6 months later, Emma and I separated. Not divorced. We couldn't even commit to that. Just existing in limbo. Co-parenting a baby whose first moments I missed, whose mother I abandoned when she needed me most. I don't blame you, Emma said during couples therapy. I told you to go, but I needed you to choose us anyway. I needed to know that when forced to choose, you'd pick your daughter and me. He could have died alone, I argued. I almost died alone, she replied. Your daughter almost died without her father present. We just weren't dying quite enough to matter. The therapist asked what I'd do if faced with the same choice again. I couldn't answer. Still can't. Kevin met Lily when she was 8 months old. He held her like she was made of glass, tears streaming down his face. I'm sorry I took your daddy away when you were being born, he whispered to her. Emma watched from the doorway. You didn't take him, she said quietly. He was never really ours to begin with. That broke me more than any argument could have. We're still separated 2 years later. I see Lily every weekend, sometimes more. Emma and I are cordial, even friendly, but there's a crack in our foundation that can't be repaired. The knowledge that when forced to choose between two people I loved dying, I chose the one I'd loved longer. Kevin calls weekly, always asking about Emma and Lily first. He's married now, expecting his own child. He asked me to be in the delivery room. I said no. He understood. I have made the same choice, he told me recently. If it were you dying and my wife in labor, I'd have chosen you. That doesn't make it right, I replied. No, he agreed. It just makes us human. Flawed, guilty humans who had to choose between impossible options. Emma's dating someone now, a teacher who coaches Little League, never misses anything, would probably never have to choose between two lives because his world is smaller, simpler. I hate him for that. I also hope he's good to them. Sometimes I dream about that highway moment, sitting in my car between north and south. In the dream, I somehow split in two, arriving at both hospitals. In reality, I chose one life over two others and have to live with that forever.